Good morning, everyone. I'm Derek. This is There Will Be Cars. On this channel, I test out new vehicles that manufacturers send me, and I bring you my driving impressions. So there will be trucks like this, there will be SUVs, there will be crossovers, and of course, there will be cars. This week, I'm testing out the 2021 Ford F-250 Lariat Tremor. A little background on the Tremor. Ford brought that back for 2020 as the ultimate off-road package for the Super Duty lineup. You can get the Tremor package on the F250 and the F350 as long as it's a crew cab and as long as you either pick the 7.3 liter gas V8 or in this case, the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel. If you've been on There Will Be Cars before, you've probably seen my video where I attended the media launch of the 2020 Ford Super Duty, and I got a chance to drive the Tremor off-road through some really rough conditions. Big long rock pile, mud, steep climb. If you haven't seen that video already, I've linked to it above and below, so go check it out. So when this truck came in for me to test for a week, I thought, okay, well, I've already taken the Tremor off-road. I've recorded it for you all to see in various conditions. So I thought, well, what can I do instead? And that got me thinking, okay, well, I'm spending a lot of on-road time in it. So how about I tell everyone the things that I've noticed over my week with this that I appreciate about it on-road. And it turns out there's quite a few. Now, before I get into that, I'm gonna give you a little background on this particular truck. So this has got the Lariat trim package and the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel. It also has some upgrades that bring its price to north of $77,000. Two upgrades on this particular truck are the Lariat Ultimate package, and I'll put some of the features up there for you to see. And the optional 12,000 pound Warn winch. It'd be a little easier to see if I hadn't gone through some muddy water first, but I think it looks better and you get the idea here. One of the things I love about this truck right off of the bat is the design. It's got that chiseled industrial look, and this race red paint is just very pure and honest. You know, it's just a regular red, bright, nice shade, hard to miss, especially in the parking lot. Combined with the sheer height of this vehicle, you're going to be able to spot where you parked from space. One of the upgrades in the Tremor package is a set of standard 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tires. And then they pair them with these black wheels. Obviously, the tires are a functional upgrade, but I think they add to the looks too, along with the black wheels. I've always been a big fan of the Ford Tailgate Assist Step and Bar, even the old version of it. Of course, this has the second generation version integrated into the tailgate. Like I said, I've always loved this, but the newest version of it is even more thoughtful and convenient. If I don't feel like opening the tailgate the old-fashioned way, I can just use the key fob. Just press this button right there. Soft drop, nice and easy. The Power Stroke diesel is always nice to have, especially now that the latest version makes 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, that pays off off-road because you have enough torque to get you over certain obstacles, and then when you're hauling and towing. And let's take a look at the door jamb tag on this particular truck. All right. Well, there's the pressures you gotta run. Max capacity for passengers and cargo. It's always important to stay hydrated, and it's really easy to do it in this truck. because you have cup holders and storage spaces everywhere. So you got some there on the door. Then you have your primary two here. And if you need a little extra space, you can slide this over. Now the one catch is that these are oversized. So if you put, a water bottle or, a travel mug of a certain size and you move around a lot, it's going to be shaking in here. But it is nice to know there is some additional structure there, even if it is a little large. These are a great fit for regular sized drinks because they have these little tabs right there. So you can fit 4 there. Then of course more in the door pocket. There's some storage space in the rear door pockets as well. You also have these. Ford didn't miss the opportunity to put 2 more in this fold down little armrest there. So yeah, you have no reason not to get enough water in during the day if you're driving around in this truck. Being back here reminds me of another thing I love about this truck. So under the bench, you got a flat load floor, which is always handy. And then if I flip this up, you can see you got your inverter there, toolkit, and then this little section, it's raised a little bit, but for the most part it's flat from front to rear. This is not too big a hump, but it serves a purpose. So if you need a little structure for loose items back here, you just unlock this, flip this up, and then there's a little lever here that you can use to lock that into place. And I got the opportunity to use that the other day after a trip to the grocery store. Had a bunch of small bags, didn't want them flying around too much, and this gave me a little extra structure and support to keep them from doing that. One little drawback back here is that you can't flip the seat sections down individually from one particular side of the truck. You either need somebody on the other side to pull the little outboard tab to lower it, or you have to walk around there yourself. So it helps secure the seats, but it's not the most convenient thing if you're trying to load or unload by yourself. My time out here on these trails has given me a greater appreciation of the camera system on this truck. So you got that view, and of course overhead bird's eye view. But if I go into this menu, I can change the feed. So I got that wide shot there, and then the 3-panel. Here's the bed view, and as you can see, I put my tripod back there. Running through the muddy water got it a little dirty, so I didn't want to muck up the cabin of this truck. Another thing that I like about my Tester is that it has various drive modes. So of course there's normal, tow haul, eco, slippery. This one is coming in handy because, oddly enough, even though I'm in the Phoenix area, we've gotten quite a bit of rain lately, which is not a very normal thing. I had to be out in it 1 or 2 times, and I thought, well, just to give myself and everyone else around me a little more peace of mind, I'm gonna engage this, and you can feel it, affecting the throttle response. I thought it was a really good idea to use it because, this is a very large, heavy truck, and most importantly, it doesn't belong to me. So, I thought I'm gonna use every advantage available to me while I'm out in this really rainy weather. The drive mode that's exclusive to the Tremor is rock crawl. So of course you got to be in 4 low for that. So now that I've shown this truck splashing around off-road, I'm going to give you an idea of what it's like on the road. And it surprised me in 2 major ways. One of which is the ride quality. Now, it doesn't necessarily ride as smoothly as like an F-150 Raptor. Overall, it's surprisingly smooth. I thought it would be harsher and have more jolts in it, but yeah, it's been surprisingly gentle for such a large, you know, heavy off-road truck. And now I'm up to the speed where I can show you the other big surprise about this truck. So I'm doing 68 miles an hour right now, 70 now. And of course, you know, a big diesel truck, you know, it's gonna have a lot of power down at the low end to, you know, get a load off the line and up to speed, which makes sense. And this has got plenty of grunt, no doubt about that. But one thing that surprises me about the modern Power Strokes, and I discovered this initially in the 2020 F350 Limited 4x4 and the 2020 F450 King Ranch dually, is how freakishly powerful the Power Stroke is at highway speeds. So right now I'm doing 71. I put my foot down. I mean, it just surges to higher speeds. I know this is unloaded, but just the fact that this is such a big, heavy truck and above 70 miles an hour, it accelerates so effortlessly is just shocking to me. I love it. You know, I got a taste of it in those other Super Duties that I just mentioned, but this is really cementing the fact that the Power Stroke is just an absolute freaking monster, even when you're at highway speeds. I mean, it just never seems to run out of oomph. Here we go again, uphill. Nothing to it. You know what? We got the road, we got the time. Let's do flat out from a low speed roll. Okay, 24, here we go. Wow. This never runs out of steam. Well, everyone, I appreciate you watching my on-road review of the 2021 Ford F-250 Lariat Tremor. If you liked what you saw here, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to There Will Be Cars. I always enjoy bringing content to this channel, and I hope you're here to see it.